somebody else's opinion of you, not even a fact, just an opinion, can shape our lives, can shape our identity, and shape our confidence. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to this week's episode of It Takes Grit with me, your host, Rebecca Louise. Today, we are talking about building your confidence and manifesting your success. I know there's so many of you who've wanted this episode, so I have been able to create 4 key areas that I feel I've really honed in on and used over the last 8 years to help me build more confidence in my business, in my personal life, and also create the dreams that I've wanted for my life. So I'm going to give you those 4 key areas. And first of all, if you are not already following on our It Takes Grit podcast Instagram, please do. We post daily motivation, daily quotes, things just to get your mindset in the right place. And I'm telling you that just a daily check-in of getting some powerful, positive mindset into your brain is going to change your day. All right, so just head on over to It Takes Grit podcast, go give us a follow. And then, of course, anytime that you are watching or listening and you love these episodes, share it with somebody. The amount of times that people have shared incredible podcast episodes with me as well, it's really changed my mindset. It's really helped me. And even if you feel like you don't even have a friend or family that really needs this, or you don't know how they're going to respond, just send it to them anyway. So send your favorite It Takes Grit podcast to your family, your friends, somebody that you know that's going to make a difference. Because when we hear positive mindset and we hear things that we can use in our life to help us feel healthier and happier, it is a game changer. Just the other day, someone sent me an amazing quick podcast and it was all about relationships. And I learned so much and I'm so grateful for that person sharing it with me. And all you have to do is just send a message and say, oh my goodness, I've just listened to this. It's epic. And then just send the link. It's that simple. You don't have to be like, I thought of you. I'm not really sure. Like, would you like this? Just be like, oh my goodness, I just listened to this. It was absolutely unbelievable. And then just send them the link. All right. So who could you share this episode with, or one of your favorite episodes of It Takes Grit, and just allow somebody to hear some information, to hear some knowledge that might indeed change their life. Okay, so are you ready to get stuck in with today's podcast? We're talking about building the confidence that you need and to be able to crush those goals and manifest what that success is. So we're going to go through those 4 key areas. Number 1. All right, it's so interesting. I have a great story that I'm going to share with you on this one. It is addressing past experiences. How many of us have had somebody in the past tell us that we are not good enough, that we can't, and that we are not worthy, or we don't have the skills? I mean, there's so many areas where we're growing up that things can knock us. And we had a choice. We had a choice at that moment in time. Did our younger self say, you know what, that's just your opinion, no problem, I'm going to prove you wrong? And look, when you're, 12, 13, 14, you take things really personally. You don't really have that skill set to not listen to somebody else for telling them that you can't do something, right? Sometimes we have done, but maybe you heard something from someone else and it was like, it really just took on your identity. Someone told you that you were ugly, that you didn't have the skill set, that you weren't good at something, and you literally took that as your identity. Isn't this crazy? Somebody else's opinion of you, not even a fact, just an opinion, can shape our lives, can shape our identity, and shape our confidence. So let's break through that barrier today. I want you to think back about a past experience that you had where somebody wasn't telling you that you were amazing at something, or somebody said something to you that really put you in a place where you didn't feel that you were capable, and it knocked your confidence. And I want you to go back to that moment, and I want you to choose to be in that moment and say, you know what? Thank you for your opinion. I appreciate it, but this is what I think about myself. And I'm strong, I'm confident, I'm amazing, I'm brave, I'm incredible, right? Because when we go back to those moments in time where we could have had a choice either way to say, oh my goodness, this person must be right, it's going to knock your confidence. Or we can go back to that moment in time and say, oh my gosh, you're absolutely crazy. No. And the majority of the time, I'd say 99.9% of the time, that person who said that thing to you, 1, doesn't remember, 2, had their own insecurities, and 3, was probably jealous of you. So we're listening to somebody who doesn't even remember what they said 10 years ago, who probably was just jealous and trying to make a dig at you. And so isn't that wild? So let's take ourselves back to that moment. You guys know the story. You know, when I wanted to do a certain ballet exam in London, and my ballet teacher said, if you get honors in this exam, like, you can do this one in London. And I was like, great. I worked hard. I put in extra effort. I went to extra classes, and I actually got honors in the exam that she asked me to. And I went to go and say, look, hey, I got honors. I'm ready to do the exam in London. I'm prepared. And she told me no. And I remember from that moment, I remember the door. I remember talking to her. I remember the studio. I remember everything about it. And from that moment, I think my 14-year-old self said, you know what? I'm never going to let anyone tell me I can't do something. No is not an option. Now, very, very easily, I could have gone the other way. And look, I was bullied at school, and I think some of my, resentment in there is like I wanted to prove that I was good enough, right? I wanted to prove to people that I could, and that was me going the extra mile and working hard. But so often, we hear things that really knock our confidence down. So I want you to go back to those areas in your life where your confidence was knocked, and by whoever it was, forgive them. Know that it was just their opinion, and don't take it personally, because I bet you if you called up that person today, they wouldn't even remember, okay? So we get to go back to those past experiences, address them, and say, you know what? I get to change my identity from today. All right, number 2, the art of changing your state. You know I'm all about moving your body. If you get on a call with me or our inner transformation call, you know that we started with music. We started getting fired up. We started with energy, right? With moving our body. If you feel sad, or if you feel, like your head's down, then you're not going to have any confidence. But what we're going to do is we're going to break through those barriers by actually creating confidence in our body, right? It's going to come into our mind second, but let's do it in our body. So for example, if you are ready to go out to speak to someone, you're about to join a new class, or you're about to speak on a call, right? Instead of just being like this, and then it starts, and then guess what happens? Like halfway through, you start to get your swag on, you start to get that confidence going, right? What if we could create that confidence from boom, the second it starts, right? So maybe sometimes you get on a call and people might have lost a little bit of interest because you haven't had the confidence. So what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves into a peak state before we even start, right? So that means standing up nice and tall. It means moving our shoulders, jumping up and down, putting our favorite song on, lifting our chest up, lifting our head up, and saying, yes, I've got this. I'm amazing. I'm incredible. That, my friends, is what's going to build your confidence. And you're going to see throughout these 4 key areas that confidence and manifesting your success are actually very, very intertwined, okay? And so how do we create that confidence to go forward? We have to change our state. Think about standing up nice and tall. How are you walking? How are you talking, right? You are creating that confidence by changing your state. So think about that the next time that you go out in the world to do something and you're a bit scared and you don't have the confidence, put on your favorite song, bring your arms up and down, shake it out, move your body, and get yourself into a peak state by changing your physiological body and changing your state. And that is what's going to build confidence, right? Because you're like, hey, I'm fired up. You're giving yourself that extra oomph. Okay, number 3. Visualizing tools. Now, you know that I love doing our meditations when we have our retreats here, and I really get people to go back and connect the dots and then think about the future. Think about what is it that I want for the future. Really visualize, like, what kind of person are you? How do you talk? How do you walk? What kind of clothes are you wearing? Like, visualize you being confident, and then also visualizing your success, like manifesting it. That's what visualization is, right? You're sitting there dreaming and thinking, and you're manifesting the success that you want, right? And that's why they're linked together, because to have success and to manifest it, you have to have the confidence, right? And to have the confidence, you have to have the manifesting of the confidence. So if you're like, I'm just not a very confident person, I want you to manifest. I want you to visualize. What does it feel like to be a confident person? What does it feel like, right? When you are doing all the things that you know that you are meant to do, when you're stepping into your true purpose because you have that confidence. I want you to not just manifest your success, but manifest and visualize your confidence. Because how are you ever going to be confident, and how are you ever going to be successful if you don't know what it feels like, or if you don't know what that looks like. So that's why visualizing and thinking about it is so important, so that you know how it feels. And so the next time, you go to do something new and you're scared, you're like, oh my goodness, I'm going to remember the person that I visualized as a confident human being, as a confident, proud girl, as a confident, proud guy, like whatever, it is, you are feeling confident and you're standing in your true self. So manifest it. Manifest what it feels like to be confident. And that's how we're going to build confidence, right? We're building confidence by addressing those past experiences and rewriting our identity. We are building confidence by getting ourselves into a peak state so we are like ready to take off, right? We are building confidence by visualizing what it feels like to be confident, right? All of these things really work together. And then lastly, number 4 is, what does success look like to you? That's what's important, like success in a relationship, success in the relationship with yourself, success in business, success with family, right? Success in where you live, success in the charity work that you do, like all areas of your life. You can't compare it to somebody else because somebody else's vision is going to be different to you. Someone else's manifesting of success is going to be completely different. So we get to think about, what is it that we want for ourselves? And if your visualization is too big for some people, like your friends or family, like that's never going to happen, like you can't make that, don't listen to them. What's important is, what do you want? What's important to you? And when you know what's important to you, it's going to build your confidence because you have certainty. Remember, when you're certain, you take more action because you know why you're doing something. So if you are not feeling very confident one day, but you know that what success looks like to you is going out there and having major impact, right? That means that you know that you have to be confident, and listening to other people isn't going to help. You know that that is what's important to you, right? You know that you have to have confidence to have that conversation with your partner because you want to have a more connected relationship. So you're having that confidence, right? And you know exactly what you want, which is going to help you get the lifestyle and create the future that you want, that you desire. Okay, so what success looks like to you, it doesn't matter about what somebody else is doing. And you get to create their own confidence of what you want and not what the person next to you wants. Okay, so let's just recap really quickly because there's a lot of information right there. So let's all just take a deep breath in together. Inhale through your nose. Exhale everything out. And building that confidence, it doesn't happen overnight. But if you can use these 4 key areas, I promise you that your confidence is going to build. You're going to be more excited about manifesting your success. And when you start to manifest your success, it's going to become more clear because you know the type of person that it's going to take to create that success that you want for your life. So let's recap real quick. We've got to address the past experience. Go there, feel it, redo that identity. Number 2, the art of changing your state. What is your body like? How are you standing right now? How are you walking? Are you doing it in a strong, confident, bold, and with full of confidence, right? Number 3, visualization tools. Get connected. Get so connected to how it feels to walk confident and how that success looks. And then number 4 is, what does that success look like to you? Personally to you. Don't let anybody else's judgments cloud what it is that you want. All right, take a deep breath in again. Inhale through your nose. Exhale everything out, and let's go and take action immediately. We know that as soon as we hear information, if we act upon it, it's more likely to happen. So either take the action right now of doing those visualization exercises, going back to your past experience, or practicing changing your state, right, you can block it into your diary to do it so that you do not forget, because we hear this amazing information all the time. And look, I didn't create this. These are tools that have helped me over the last 8 years really make a difference in my life. They've helped me with my confidence. They've helped me not be so attached to the outcome and not get upset when somebody says no, or I get rejected, or something doesn't fall through. I just kind of let that go. And also, it's really helped me in manifesting my success. You know, I really don't think that the success that I've had over the last 8 years is just an accident. I have generally been thinking about it for such a long time, and coupled with the visualization, working hard and building your confidence, it is the recipe for success. So thank you for joining me. Make sure that you share this with one of your friends and family who maybe just looking to build their confidence a little bit, or they're not sure what's happening with their future. We can make a change in someone's life today. You guys are amazing. You're incredible. The fact that you're listening to personal development already means that you are ready for more. Let's work on this growth together, and I'll see you in our next episode. Love you guys. Mwah.